do people hate AI video? That's the question we're gonna talk about it. So let's dive in. Cue the intro. All right, so AI video. I've seen AI video. I'm not that much of a fan of it. I know that it's getting better. Johnny, have you seen AI video?
I have, and it makes me uncomfortable.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Very uncomfortable.
I think it's not real enough yet, but it's trying to be real.
It's not real enough yet. I'm sure in a couple of years it will get a lot better.
Yeah, this last year I think was a major stepping stone for people being like, hey, let's just embrace the fact that AI video doesn't look great and still use it anyways. And
yeah,
and maybe that's just because we do video all the time and we can tell we're like, yeah, that looks off. Like that doesn't look real.
Well, and I think that's inevitable too because these AI companies, they want you to use it even though it doesn't look great because this helps them make it better and better over time. Yeah, the more that people use it, the more it's going to become the normal, and I think people will just be like, yeah, it is what it is. I imagine when people first saw like the Pixar animation, like the computer generated animation. Yep.
That's not the hand drawn animation. But when they first saw that, they were like, oh, that looks weird, probably a little bit, it's different.
Right.
Maybe that's the same feeling that we're on the cusp of now when like,
it's probably different for us as kids because we thought it looked amazing at the time. And
now
we look back and it's like, this is terrible.
Yeah, that's true. But like, imagine going from the shift of like, when Toy Story came out, watching a full-on movie that was computer-generated animation like that must have been weird to people who've grown up,
Oh, for sure.
just with straight the 2D animation the whole time. So in a similar vein, I think maybe 5 years, 10 years from now, people will be like, yeah, it looked weird, but now it's just the norm. Do I like it? The question of do I like it or not? Do I hate AI video? As of now, I am not a fan. I don't think it's good enough.
It's in this weird phase of like over realistic, over saturated, just
yes,
and not able to correctly get humans right.
And I think that's the big thing for me. Like, I guarantee you, I've seen AI video that I haven't been able to be like, oh, that's AI.
Yeah.
Because it's not. Because it's well done, it's tastefully done. Like it's used for one shot or two shots that they just didn't have time for or couldn't get, or like we need a shot of this specific mountain or forest shot or a shot of a product that's like, oh, we need a shot of a lemon or something. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff. But when it's used sparingly, I think it's okay. Mixed in with actual footage or human generated.
Well, it
what
can
do we call that?
It can
human intelligence, HI, high.
I think you just coined a new term.
Yeah.
For those quick little things that you need, it can save you a ton of time and a ton of money.
Yeah.
Which is what these big companies are going to start looking to.
That's my other problem though, is like when I see an AI video and I can tell it's like obviously AI, my immediate thought is, oh, you just wanted to save money. Like, like it's like you saw this as a tool that's like, oh, we're cutting edge because we're using AI, but we're also saving a boat ton of money.
Which I'm sure won't always be the case as this becomes more normalized. But is
that the thing that you want people thinking about when they see your ads? And maybe I'm just the outlier, but if you think like I do, like, is that something you want people to be like, oh yeah, you're using AI because it's cheap?
Right. And I have a hard time believing that can last, even though I think it will. But like, I just value like when companies can, do some thinking on their own.
Yeah.
And come up with, fresh new ideas and still work within a budget, a good budget,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have a budget, maybe AI is a good tool for you. I think that's a good thing.
You don't need millions and millions of dollars to create a good ad.
Well, we're going to show you an example that
oh boy,
hopefully will enlighten you to what I'm
make me hate
my
it more.
opinion a little bit. So I'm going to show you, and I'm sure you've seen this ad. It was everywhere in December of 2024. It's from Coca-Cola, the soft drink company we all know. And
here we go.
Here it is. We're gonna watch this ad. This was their Christmas campaign. The holiday magic is coming. So they even said created by real AI.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna watch it once, and then we'll frame by frame action. These trucks move so slow,
Yeah.
it bothers me. Just never feels like anything's in focus. Okay.
Yeah,
So
the AI videos kind of have like a weird shift to them.
Yeah.
As they're moving
things
from
just
frame
don't
to frame.
move like normal things.
Yeah.
And I think that'll get better. But this bothered me when I first saw it because, yes, they acknowledged created by Real Magic AI. I don't know what that is.
I'm curious to know the dislikes because there's only 7,000 likes on a
Seven?
$4.5 million.
Oh, no.
Or 4.5 million viewed ad.
This video
it's
was
7.7.
was over 7 million views and only 7,000
7,000 people liked it.
So like this shot right here, this opening shot of a mountain range.
Yep.
I think that is a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I think that's a totally acceptable use of AI. Now, what really gets me is when they start doing animals and trucks that move, like their wheels aren't spinning, but they're moving.
Yep.
Or they're spinning and they're moving too slow.
And like our brains pick up on that, even though
Yeah.
we don't necessarily see the wheels. We pick up on the oddities of like it's not how a truck moves or it's not how it looks.
And maybe here's the thing. I'm not gonna say that this like they didn't know. Like they obviously knew this is what it was gonna look like, and they're okay with it. Like they were okay with it looking like this because it's AI generated, and they even acknowledged it at the beginning. So it's not like they're saying, "Oh, well, we were trying to fool you into thinking this is real."
But they thought people would like.
But they thought people might like it, and to me it just felt like someone like said they typed in create a Coca-Cola ad with lots of trucks in the style of Thomas Kincaid. Like that's how it felt.
Yeah.
Every shot looks like it's like, oh, a Thomas Kincaid painting.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe it'll grow on me. But can I show you something that spun out of this? I think there's another commercial that I saw over the holidays that I think did a really good job of using AI to their benefit, knowing that their footage is going to look weird because a majority of the time AI footage can be crazy. I mean, we've all seen the weird stuff AI can spit out.
Yep.
But this is an ad from a beverage company as well. It's Zevia.
Oh, Zevia.
And if you've never had Zevia, I'm going to put this down. If you've never had Zevia, it's an alternative soft drink. I think it has natural flavors and natural.
Yep, no sugar.
No sugar. Not sponsored, but would love to, drink more Zevia.
No chemicals like
no
Coca-Cola
chemicals.
has. So
send us some Zevia. Zevia. Anyway,
Zevia. We're praising you, Zevia.
No, I think that Zevia did a great job using AI in their ad because, as you'll see, they'll start using AI and then they switch.
Can I just see when Coca-Cola posted their ad?
So
so they did this right after.
It was around the same time. Yes, I would say.
So they must have seen this and like, okay, let's respond right away.
I think they did, and Brilliant part on Zevia. Let's watch it real quick.
It's that time of year when animals come bearing gifts. Random trucks enter your town, and artificially generated people hold up artificial sodas
third arm
for no reason. The perfect time to get real and try Zevia. Naturally
so now it
delicious
switches
soda
to the
with
real.
Zero artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, and zero sugar. The choice is clear. Time to get the fake out of here and try something real. Zevia, delicious, not suspicious.
So I love that, and their title of the video is Zevia Holiday Break from Artificial.
That's genius because that's a double meaning.
Oh, it's so good.
Artificial in the sense that Coca-Cola has artificial ingredients and artificial commercial.
It's so good.
Like, just nailed
Round
it.
of applause. Round of applause for the campaign from Zevia. Whoever came up with that.
Well, I think they nailed it because what did they say in the ad? Let's get back to real.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the majority of people are looking for.
Yeah.
Like, just give me real. Like, I just want the honest truth, you know?
Yeah. And how they started with the absurd images from AI. You immediately connected it with the Coca-Cola commercial,
right.
with the random trucks entering your town. How the Coca-Cola ad just has a bunch of trucks just entering people's towns.
Like an army of trucks.
And then the lady with the third arm. Like, it's crazy. But then they switched the real shots, and I think the juxtaposition of those, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that was a great example of, I think, how people can use AI right now. And for that video, I would say I don't hate it. Like, I don't dislike that video because it's drawing attention to itself. It's self-aware.
Right.
To use an AI term.
Coca-Cola is self-aware too, so it's like, maybe it's just the fact that it's just poking fun at a major brand.
I think maybe
one of the biggest brands in the world.
I think there's an appeal to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what if Zevia had done what Coca-Cola did?
Then it'd be like, come on, Zevia, that's against that. It's like not your brand,
right? Or no one would care.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Because Zevia isn't that.
Yeah, that's right.
Big of a brand.
I saw that advertisement once versus Coca-Cola's hundreds of times because they just pumped it out everywhere. The use of AI for your videos, I think, can make it, again, if it's tasteful, it can add. And if you do it intentionally with the thought of, oh, how does this look? How are people going to respond from seeing it? I just don't know if a fully AI video with making it obvious that you're using an AI video is the right move yet.
And I agree. And I think Coca-Cola's ad was a warning to every single major brand any brand out there that this doesn't work. Like,
I'm interested.
I want to go back and see what the dislikes are, but I think this spoke volumes to, like, yes, people hate AI videos, ads.
And I mean, maybe, I don't know if there's any metrics out. Coca-Cola probably not going to share their metrics on this ad. And I don't know, we'll see if it's success if they do like a summer AI video.
Right.
Then maybe we'll know if it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for joining me today as we talked about AI. Hope it was a little bit entertaining and maybe you formed some opinions that you didn't have or maybe saw some fun advertising at least. So,
all right. Well, sweet. Thanks for joining us on the Borderline Too Much Fun podcast. We're so glad you joined us here today on this interesting topic of AI.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you in the next one.